Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Iman Saleh bin Ahmad. My ID VA23099. And today I want to present about case study ocean travel diesel engine. I want to present about the engine failure, which is the core, what the background of the engine failure. And first is model Caterpillar 3516B configuration 16 cylinder 4-stroke diesel roll diesel generator set not 3. Okay, next is operating status, which is this engine already operate 20,000 hour, 176 hour, and remaining for the scheduled overhaul is 2,334 hour remaining. And before accident happened, the hunting phenomena happened, which is from the 1,700 to 20 to 1,080 20 rpm. This is the hunting phenomena. This is before accident happened. Okay, this is how the accident happened from December 18 from 12 o'clock of 703 hunting speed, and then December 18 engine taken off, then December 19 10 15 not 3 VG put online. Lastly, December 19 time 13 o'clock not 1 DG taken off offline, not 3 DG carry full vessel electric float. This is when the accident event happened. Low abdominal sound at 13:03 hours, thick black smoke and spiritual responding heavy. This is we can find injection of not one connecting rod, a bubbler, gas ventilation bridge. Here is still done finding the crankshaft interface. This is cylinder 1 and 2 fairing and hard to crankshaft. Primary finding thermal sizing, rotating failure, complete loss of clearance. Next is thermal sizing, rotating failure, complete loss of clearance, and bearing condition, discrete sponge. Finding second is result piston over travel, accessory design limit, contact when cylinder head confirmed, piston 1 and 2 kinetic failure, mod as bearing considered better increase.
Hello, my name is Jessica Yanai, and my matrix number is VA23003. Today I will explain about a symptom and inspection that we find on the case study that we research. As we can see on the slide, this is our operational timeline from RPM stability to critical failure. This incident is happened on December 18 until 19, 2020. The incident is happened is on the diesel generator, which is a critical failure event that we find is loud and ever dropping sounds, which is a block sound block, and then we troubleshooting action that pneumatic backup and generator control module, and we also do a calibration bolt adjustment. For pneumatic assessment autonomic of damage, crack case bridge, which is engine blocks, and then we also find a secondary impact, which is loosener because of studies to connect cylinder head, and then we primary failure mode, which is connecting rod radiating through catch wall, and then the last one is interval, which is bearing spin or frequency number two and bearing to overhead. Finally, a report is which we find smoking and damage located to number three is diesel generator sector. Sector analysis cooperating available, which is for maintenance history. The evidence gives that we get very condition, and then a supervisory system. We explained about very condition, which is that we finding significant constipation, erection, or confirm, which is excessive damage with erection lead to medical separations.
So in this section, I will be discussing about the method that used to identify the primary factor that lead to the incident. The first method that we use to identify the main causes of the incident is the Fishbone Ishikawa method. This method will list all of the possibilities, the potential event that can lead to the incident. There are three there are six disciplinary that we list down. First is machine, second measurement, third materials, fourth methods, fifth human, and the last one is environment. After we're done with the fishbone Ishikawa method, we move to list the five whys analysis. So the first why we ask is why did the engine fail? The answer is the number one connecting rod bearing adhere to the crankshaft. And then why did that happen? Why did that occur? Because loss of bearing clearance due to severe cavitation erosion. And then why was it not detected early? Because of no real-time bearing weigh monitoring. And why was there was no preventive action taken? Because of the maintenance followed fixed manufacturer inverters. And then why does this risk still exist? Because of fixed maintenance schedules do not account for variable operating conditions. After we're done with the RCA method, we conclude that the primary root cause was because of severe cavitation erosions of the connecting rod bearing that lead to catastrophic ejection. And then the contributing factor that lead to the main or primary root cause was the possible fluid ingress into the cylinder. Second, lack of oil misdetection system. Third, no pre-lube system installed. And then they only followed fixed maintenance interval, which is 22,000 hours, and no recent lube oil analysis result.
Thank you, my friends Shahrul, because presenting about the root cause analysis. We move to the next slide. The unit was removed and replaced with a spare engine to restore vessel capabilities. Uh, Before that, we must take action for the entire or environment in the engine room, especially the cable electric, lighting, and the air ducts, because uh, air ducts damage air ducts damaged by the resulting oil fire. So, as a technologist, we know that after such a breach, flushing the entire lubrication system is negotiable to remove metallic desire before the new units start. For the recommendation, they had installed the lubrication system loop pumps, because to ensure oil is distributed through the engine bearings before the start sequence begins, reducing wear during startup. Secondly, they had installed the oil mist sensor, because to detect dangerous mist if crankcase early leak, and the alarm crew must have be cautioned, potentially preventing the crankcase explosion. For this slide, I generate at Notebook LM. This is overview all the issue that happened in this catastrophic failure of diesel engine. Install the prelude oil pump installation and oil mist detection. And for your information, the lubrication has the maintenance has changed. Before that, they had 21,000 hours to um, renew the oil, but after this crisis happened, they changed to new maintenance schedule for lubrication system. They had 10 to 12 hours must have to top up the new lubricate lube oil. Okay, for the conclusion is 3 million in damage can be avoided with better sensors and more frequent checks, like example, routine inspection and maintenance strategies that we have studied in class. So just about following this maintenance will prevent any catastrophic happen. So It's about evolving our protocols to match the reality of our equipment. That's all from us. Thank you. That's all.